Okay, button's not always working. So welcome back to Pathfinder, our last one for the year, on Friday the 13th. I'm sure that's going to make things just so much better for all those players who have such lovely luck already. Or it may be the best day of the year for them in their dice rolling.
There's no sarcasm there at all, right?
No, Martin. Not at all, Martin. Yeah.
Well, hey, if it turns out you roll well on Friday the 13th, you probably will not roll well on any non-Friday the 13th.
Not working well so far, the 2 test rolls.
Well, it hasn't been during your actual need, so you're lucky so far. Okay, so it is session number 109, or season 6, episode 1. We're up to the 5th day of the 7th month of the year. And it is video number 675 of our live play videos. So, at the table today we have Peter.
Greetings. I'm playing Lord Willy One Kenobi. Recently, having attained level 6 as a monk, I'm looking forward to seeing just how effective his new monk ability is. So hopefully there'll be some combat at some point.
I intend lots of combat.
Awesome.
Whether or not we actually get there is always completely different.
Nice.
Online today we have Mark.
Hi, I'm playing the Great Scar, Orc Barbarian, Animal Handler, and potentially fiery situations.
Next up we have is Jeremy.
Good evening all. Yes, I'm playing Zartok Palingamol, the Kenobi's alchemist who will say apparently been in heaven for the last 12 months, i.e. the bottomless infinite tomb of Thassilonian Sin Lord, and so he's been having a great time wandering around finding out about the history and people who lose it. But yes, eventually he got out and it's going to work again. Not big things up to see on Joel. And Laura.
Hey, it is always part of the alchemist's job to test how sturdy the world is. And people.
And flammable.
Not always flammable. You can do lots of different molds.
I'm sure you can melt it, gas it, fry it, stun it.
Turn it into gold.
Oh, that was years ago. Heck all that.
Next up we have is Ross.
Yes, I play our lovable Andre, the cleric who now cannot remember what happened in the last events of the our dungeon, other than
Well, you remember exactly. It was a rather quiet ending. You destroyed some statues, nothing much happened, and you came back.
Yeah.
A whole lot of nothing.
While everybody else is now looking at me strangely, which I have no idea why.
Oh no, they're just looking at you the way they normally do because, hey, they're not clerics. They just don't know. They're not one with death.
I'm looking at you with empathy. I've been there before. I know what it's like.
After that, we have M.
Hello. I play Swiss Silver, or River, as she often calls herself.
Elf girl.
As known by many other names. The rogue of the party who likes to disappear at the first sign of any trouble whatsoever. So far that didn't work out quite as well as planned in the last couple of sessions, but hopefully, now that we're out of that stupid dungeon, things might be looking up again.
Don't worry, I can bring out the book that is the next dungeon in that line.
What do you mean? Give me that wonderful educational opportunity.
Oh yeah, where we almost all died and I almost got squished by like 60-foot statues who were stabbing a guy for 1,000 years? Yeah, sure.
All those experiences, aren't they wonderful?
I do love the album perspective where they just cut a zero off everything. You're 1 year old, right? And joining us as well is Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Harry Potter, the buffest wizard known to man, who's just got even slightly more buff by a total of 6 hit points. Way. Taking him to a solid 42.
Hey, if you actually got hurt, your hit points would actually be meaningful. But the fact that you rarely get hurt because of dice plot armor, you could have 1 hit point and still survive most of those encounters.
So you've got only a third of what I've got. Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Yep.
Yeah. Good.
I think that elf only has like 10 more. I have like 54 hit points.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You use
you've
that one.
basically got a little bit over less than half of mine. I'm at 74.
I think I'm the highest actually. I think I'm above 100. I think. Yeah.
You'd have to be. Yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah,
No, I'm
I think because the buff people before were Willy and Juza in terms of hit points, and now I think it's Scar and probably still Willy, and that's it.
Well, how could anyone knock the person who can't be rained on?
I know, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
Willie's a unit. Just
Get cursed by enough gods, and hey, things go out nicely for you.
you just need to find that perfect balance.
Well, if you collect all the curses, how could it go wrong?
Yes.
They thankfully come around.
He found the secret mini game.
Oh, you found the cow level.
Yes.
Though you hope it's not the witch's version of the cow level. You kill the cow enough times, it turns into a demon and kills you.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the Witcher.
Yeah, the witcher.
Yeah.
I think in Diablo, if you play Nightmares, the cow level's impossible.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the storyline, you have made it to level 6. Woohoo!
Fear our power.
Big cake.
Fear my extra 6 hit points.
Well, the extra spell should be quite usable. Spell power is always nice. And we shall see what you guys earn in the next year for extra gear and stuff when I catch up with updating things. So keep in mind, I will send you questions for your characters so we can get the site closer to what we're actually running with. Okay, with that, also going there, our new characters. Which were the Pathfinder lodges your characters belong to?
Well, that's a good question.
I think I was taking the same as Juza, which was the Ghani.
Well, I would say you were, but now that you've been elected party leader, you've been jumped over to the Grand Lodge.
Oh, great.
Nice.
You really takes the power of leadership, actually.
He has.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I don't understand that.
The Snazi is still friendly towards you, but the Grand Lodge has claimed you as party leader because all party leaders must be part of the Grand Lodge.
And of course, Snarky might be taking advantage of the fact that, yes, you go and be part of Grand Lodge. That'll work well.
But remember where you came from.
Yeah, remember your friends who got you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember your friends along the way.
Might need a reminder what your Lodge does. That's the thing I'm trying to remember now. Because I was a I think it was a Shadow one. I think Shadow Lodge when I was a rogue.
That's Shadow, yeah.
Well, the Shadow Lodge is all about looking after the leader, not about thievery. It's not hiding in shadows. It's policing the Pathfinder Society. So if you want to be the paladin of the Pathfinder Society, the Shadow Lodge is for you.
It's for who wants the walkers.
So, are you telling me you want to be the paladin sort?
No. That's not a barbarian thing, unfortunately.
The other paladin sort is the Silver Lodge. That's where you're trying to push that the Pathfinders should be benevolent to the rest of the world.
No. What's a nature kind of one? Is there one for nature at all?
Okay, so let me see. The Andoran one, which is for freedom for everyone, which is probably closer to what you would like to have.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. Yeah.
There's the Lantern Lodge, which is all about the Dragon Empire.
Not really on against dragons, but hey.
Dragon Empire is a Asian empire.
Oh,
Asian style empire, but it's called the Dragon Empire.
TN1.
Then there is the Assyrian faction, which is all about the interests of the Ruby Prince and recovery of ancient artifacts. So if you wanted to be the Lara Croft of the Pathfinder setting, that would be where you fit in.
Zarkov is basically don't necessarily, but he doesn't limit his interest in recovery of items purely to the lofting or the hoodie, but recovery of items and getting things in a museum is part of it.
Yeah, well, but they don't care if what you do with it, as long as you write up about it. It's the write up about the gear that they care about more than the items. They can always get the items themselves later if they need to. Next is the Quadera, which is all about trade, commerce, and money. So if you were playing a rogue, that's pretty much one of the big rogue ones. Then we have the Snazi, who are all about the Varisian crime syndicate. Once you're a Snazi, you're always a Snazi. No one talks about Snazi Club.
What, the parishioners have got are organised crime? No coffee was that bad.
They are definitely extremely organised crime. And the last one is the Taldar, which is about bringing back humanity to the forefront of the world. Human first, people. Definitely not great for some of your characters.
Join the Empire. What could go wrong?
Though
Silver
Crusade could quite easily serve Scar if he really wanted to be a champion for the oppressed.
Just reading it now, hang on. To turn out a request about all night. Oh, I don't know that one.
For any religious order, you can't turn down a request because the Silver Crusade is pretty much funded by them, and that's why it's saying be careful what you wish for.
I'm going to take a risk for the Silver Crusade.
What happens if it goes against your creed?
Surely God wouldn't ask you to do something like that.
I can see this being very interesting, so I'm going to go with Silver Crusade.
But the thing is, the rest of that statement, Ross, is as long as the request furthers good by its deeds and outcome.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it really is the paladin-esque sort of group. And Josh's parry is still part of Cheliax. And what did Andre see himself falling under?
I'll go for the silver guys as well.
Silver Crusade?
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to be human first from Taldar?
Go human first.
Come on, do it.
Be a racist.
What
could go wrong?
In the party that held orcs and gnomes.
It's alright.
Make Pathfinder great
I
again.
slide the uniform.
Is Ross's character the only human in the party now?
He is. Yes, he is literally the only human in the. Oh, Willie is a human,
I'm
but
human.
You're human?
some
Okay.
people won't admit that because of he has a lot of qualities around him that are definitely non-human.
Yep.
Yeah, I look like a praying mantis for a start.
And so if you don't count in your Shadow Lodge secret police member, then you basically are the main visible human in the group. Well, what have we got? We have an elf, a gnome, a orc, a elvish dwarf, or is it a dwarfish elf?
A confused character.
A mongrel.
I think I'm an elfish dwarf.
I thought you were a dwarven elf.
It's all completely dependent on whatever perspective you look at, because Parry never quite reveals his family tree.
I'm elf. Yeah.
Yeah, the easiest thing is
I'm a
you
dwarvish
have a
elf.
beard.
I believe he can have a beard with either form.
To be fair, we're talking about the Hotters. He not only knows not who his father is, but he not knows who his mother either.
Well, his mother may also be his uncle.
Mm.
When you have reincarnation, you can literally change sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So try to unwind that family tree.
I thought you were about to say daughter or son.
It would be very unlikely for his that there is no real time jumping in this setting.
Okay.
But if it was Mystara, yes, it would happen. Because timey-wimey happens in that one all the time.
Hey,
Can we just say that Harry's got every race in him? Because you know the Harry history, okay? So let's leave it like that.
No. You've got it all wrong. Harry's done every race.
Oh, sorry.
That is correct.
Sorry, wrong wording. Sorry about that, Harry. Yeah.
Maybe you should have said he's the buffest bard in the...
If he was the bard, he would make every other horny bard look tame.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've just finished with the funeral of Corda and made your way back to Magnamar.
Poor Corda.
Yeah.
unfortunate affair.
Poor Corda. End of the chest.
And Sparky has been put in a safe space to rest. With
Did you see
the
what's there? Yeah.
with the waiting until that they can take Sparky home, which they can't until they find the clan dagger.
Yes. He's interred with the Church of Pharasma. 10 gold a month to look after his body until I can get that dagger out.
And Duzar has been put to rest safely in the Church of Gorham in their cathedral, because they don't see a way of getting Duzar home because the Sandpoint Devil still remains.
Not for long.
Bit of respect for Duda there.
Does that mean we have to go back to the dungeon? Because that was the last where the dagger was.
Hey guys, I might just pause for a moment and get back to you in a sec. Yeah, and back again. So yes, we're looking at what you guys are going to be doing next now that you've reached Magnamar. Apparently nothing wanted to annoy you on the way home.
Very wise.
Very wise. Absolutely wise. I would go back to Temple of Groran to visit a certain person again, just to, just every time I come back to the Magnamar, I'm going to give respect to User. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I say, I'll find a way to take you back. Bear with me.
And there is a plaque over where Doozer is, giving honour to Doozer and Poppy.
Nice.
Yay.
So Giant and Fang would join you, and Giant would lower his head, kind of thing, so in sadness. But I said, it's okay, we got you. It's all good.
And what's the worst thing that can happen?
I get dragged to another dungeon and almost die again, but you know.
Be in there for another year or two.
So, how do we get his data back?
Well, you don't need to get Dooz's dagger back.
Oh, Sparky's one. Oh, no idea. We'll just have to find out how it happened, I suppose.
You take it from the dead body of the Sandpoint shithead.
Yeah, I feel that's where it's going to be, personally, too. But as a character, I have no idea.
No, my character's just taking it as a given. He wants to create a situation in which I and or we have no other choice but to fight him.
And I'm sure he will gain power for each one that falls along the way.
Very likely.
Always good to have an MSI.
Yeah.
Or many. Okay, so you're meeting up with Lady Hindmarsh, who is laying out the various issues she had lined up for you to deal with. First of which is the apparent plague that's starting to affect Corvosa. And by the look of Willie, he's not particularly interested in dealing with a plague. I'm sure it doesn't make your limbs fall off.
What? Yeah, how much knowledge of Pathfinder would I know by now? Would I know enough about Pinnacle or not?
You would have heard of Pinwinkle before you went in, because Pinwinkle was quite famous by that time.
Oh, I asked Lady how much she's got related to Pinnacle.
She says probably.
And would I know about his sister or not?
Pinwinkle's made such a name for himself, he overshadows most other people. He does have a philosophy of cheap sex for all. And frequently.
Well, we did go down an angle, so I can't blame you for that. Okay. I still think there's a Pinnacle issue, but yeah, okay. I'll let you hear the other options.
And he has definitely cornered the market on the sex industry.
Even with power. Okay.
That's a big call.
At least have a section 2 there.
Well, the rest of the others actually pay their sex workers.
Oh,
How you can report the market, he should then line up.
Well, the fact that the others can't keep up with the price of Pinwinkle services.
yeah, I always knew that Pinnacle would go through farther. Anyway, that's all good.
And,
Look at Pinnacle. Look at how far Pinnacle went.
and the fact that you actually had that Pinwinkle has a group of succubi who get paid by the people they feed on during the process.
That's just a side thing, that's all. I see nothing. Mark as a person sees nothing wrong with it. This guy might have an issue with it, but yeah, Mark doesn't care. Yeah, Mark thinks Pinwinkel's doing great work.
And apparently they get so addicted to it they keep coming back.
Hey,
Yeah, I can see
Pinwinkle was
that.
one of a kind. Pinwinkle was one of a kind. He started the revolution. He's one of a kind. He started the revolution. That's what he's done. It's all the 60s and 70s come back out here. Yeah.
Yep,
Anyway,
and there's a lot of criminal enterprises who have actually put a bounty on Pinwinkle's head.
Church of Calistria.
That's
one of them.
this one personally, but yeah.
And apparently the Assassin Guide has gotten involved and accepted a contract.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Whether or not someone can successfully deliver the contract remains to be said.
Especially when you got your backer as an artist, yeah. That'd be interesting. I'd like to be just a side person watching this from afar person, yeah. But anyway, we could write a book about this, man, about Pinwinkle's life. The life of Pinwinkle.
So,
Go.
she's not advocating taking out Pinwinkle at this stage. Simply because she doesn't believe that you're at a point where you can take on Pinwinkle's patron.
What is his patron?
A demon lord.
Oh, then yeah, no.
Or the demon lord of lust.
Ah.
All the sins have a demon lord. It's just how far you wish to delve. As you seem to have done some work for the demon lord of wrath.
I asked Lady how much. What else does she have on our list of things to do?
Well, she has... apparently she's come up with a plan to take out the Sandpoint Devil, though it is a multi-approach. Though they're not sure that you guys are ready for that yet, because she's still trying to get the information for it.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, that might be a future thing.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have multiple books in process. Okay, so there is also the next shard in the scheme of things, as you have the shard of pride, the shard of greed, and what the next shard might be. Though I may have to dig that book up to actually look it up.
Well, Doctor's going to have to be having the shard of greed to then point the shard of life.
That would be correct.
Yeah.
So she was not sure that one of you is up to taking on greed, or if you would actually survive that journey.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
There's also following up on the death of the noble who you cleared out the manor of, Mr. Foxglove.
Mm-hmm.
Is his the
Yes,
house that had the iconography
Oh.
of like liches and shit?
It was that one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's more to that story than you have discovered so far, she says. And she has tracked a few things down to it. And she does say that Amiko may need some help recovering her legacy, who you've just seen depart from Sandpoint. But I'm sure you can catch up with her after she passes Riddleport, and she's about a month away from getting to Riddleport.
I think personally the lich one would be the my preferred. I mean, we keep running into them, so learning something about them and how to make them not exist anymore might not be a bad idea.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
But certainly from Garpok's perspective, well, hey, you haven't been involved in any of the previous stuff. He's always interested in getting more involved in anything related to the Thassilonians.
And life after death, I'm sure.
Now that you've got a list, there's a bit of a information source. Yeah, or another might be interesting.
What do you mean another one?
There's just so many of them.
That is if our interesting priest can actually hear the word lich.
Oh, not using the specific.
Not even the guy's name, he might not even hear the word lich.
Oh well. Undead wizard.
I guess that's how it comes down to the fact that potentially any of the party members who have been involved in the previous investigations or processes, I think are the ones who have had the most interest in following up anything so far. So if Willie has particular interest, or presumably Harry might have a preference.
Well, Of the one.
They're the only two that.
Sorry.
They're the only two that actually have any connection with previous campaigns. So,
Well, of the ones that were mentioned, the Lich is the one that I would be interested in. All the rest are either icky and or of absolutely no interest to me.
Though she does say that while you were in Sandpoint, she did have a rather interesting account, as it seems one of you, Corda, had apparently, while he was in the middle of getting buried, committed a murder in Magnamar.
Very talented of him.
gone.
Double gangers.
Did Willie and or Parry, I don't know whether it happened, were they connected or involved in the investigation of the original murders around Sandpoint?
They were. That's when the two parties joined together. So the one that led to Foxglove Manor was where you were joined as a party, and that's where a lot of
It's the one with the three factions, isn't it?
not the one of the three factions. That was Roderick's Cove.
Oh, Robert's Cove, sorry.
This is the one that had the Skin Shore Man and the various murders being left around the outskirts of Sandpoint. And it had the barn incident where people were enjoying the interesting undead being able to walk up and down walls. As well as the devil also playing shenanigans on the party, including Sparky.
Yeah.
You had the
In
Joanna-
terms
Joanna
of
was there.
interest for Swisselwell, because she's from Riddleport as well. Not that she was with the party when they were at Robert's Cove or at Riddleport. That would still be of interest to her because that's kind of also her like own turf.
Yeah, I don't think the one code would be intended right now.
No.
The murders weren't at Roderick's Cove, the murders were around Sandpoint.
The Sandpoint, yeah. I thought I heard Riddleport in there somewhere.
But that's when Mark had asked about it was the one with the three gangs. It was that was Riddleport.
Oh, right, sorry. Okay.
So Riddleport was mentioned, just not in the Roderick's Cove. Riddleport was excluded from that conversation.
It's not in context to upcoming or potential events past the follow.
Yeah.
It sounds like the following up on the potential murders and potential leaks is the way to go. But okay, I'm happy with whatever goes for us.
Well, she said that the most obvious trail is try to find anyone who has seen Corda since the funeral will most likely lead you to whoever's murdering in his name.
And then you said that murder apparently happened in Magnamar.
It happened in Magnamar, yes.
Very convenient to look into right now.
That's why she had brought that one up, and there's a few others that may crop up while you're looking into that.
Parry.
Okay.
With,
Fearless later.
Sorry, what were you saying, Josh?
I was saying Parry's probably on board with Willie and trying to figure out how to deal with liches.
Yeah. It's just sort of kind of like shakes her head a little bit, but she is actually secretly also interested in learning about liches because she's generally interested in learning about pretty much everything.
Thanks.
So she agrees in a more logical way than just because that yes, this sounds like something that the party had been invested in prior to getting lost in the Dungeon of Wrath.
Thank you.
And would be a nice warm up back into the foray of actual pathfinding.
So Lady Hindmarsh does pull out a set of keys that had been left by the those that have fallen. That had been taken from the Alden Foxglove.
Yeah.
And that he does have a townhouse within Magnamar in the Arch District. Grand Arch District.
Yeah, wow, okay. Very good place to start looking.
Well, she put it on the back burner with everything else going. So she thought at least, hey, it would be a good start for you to see how well you work together now that you've made yourself a new group.
Well, but it's also the fact that if someone is using the semblance of a previous Pathfinder, but then with murders, hey, not so good for the Pathfinder name.
Well, the locals,
Discouraged.
the local police do not believe it actually is Corda, simply because they were told he had died and was in the middle of getting buried when he apparently killed people. And as there are a couple of priests who will verify the fact that he was buried and died.
Yeah.
Unless Corda has a half-brother somewhere.
Like that could happen.
That would be funny. Don't worry, it's only been mentioned maybe 100 times already.
That's right.
I believe there was a Ross in the background there again. Have you wandered away from your computer again?
Or a twin sister.
A twin sister was never mentioned, but lots of mentions of the half-brother Gorda. Gorda. Okay, so you were given a shiny set of keys. Apparently they wanted to make sure that whatever contagion Alden had contracted was no longer on any of his items.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yep.
Well, he had been corrupted in the end.
Yep.
Who was the case? The first question.
Sue's still got the keys, but she doesn't really want the keys, but as
As
the unwilling leader of the party,
the newly minted leader.
the newly minted leader, I apparently get the keys.
And you get responsibility for the lot of them. Yay!
And I say out loud, well done, leader, Elvish girl. Yeah. And then I give you a big hard pat in the back.
And that means Scar's second in command, does it?
No, it still means Willie's second in command.
Is he?
Because he's Shadow
Yeah.
Lodge. Shadow Lodge is always second in command.
And,
I'm happy to step down for you, Scar, buddy. You just say the word.
look, I've seen your skills. You're much greater than me. I commend you being second in charge.
That is such a lie.
I mean, it
Roll an deception check now.
none of the people she
Oh,
knows
not good.
would have known far better, but like she's starting to accept Willie. He seems pretty logical and actually has. No, I won't say that. That's mean.
He didn't die. That's the thing going for him.
That's true. He didn't die either. Yeah.
Oh, that was a 3 of deception, by the way, really. So, okay, so I'm sure you would have passed that within flying colours. So.
And one of the things we did note down looking at characters is that a barbarian can rage as many times as they want per day.
Yes.
There is no limit on rages. Just that if they rage within a minute of ending their previous rage, they do not get the bonus to temporary hit points.
Yep. But I get all the other bonuses that come with it. So.
So
Oh, that's handy to know.
That guy might come to get angry now.
Yeah. Hold smash. I mean, skull smash.
Mine has to say the special words, you know what the words are when it rages.
So amusingly, all we have to do is say roll for initiative and he starts raging.
I will make you rage.
Because that is a free trigger.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But instead of costing 1 action, rage is a free action, so yeah.
Is that a like a passive skill?
It's not
It's free.
It's not a skill. It's an actual free action that barbarians can take.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, look at the barbarian face.
No, it's not a feat,
No,
Jeremy.
no.
It's not a feat. It's an actual action granted to every barbarian.
It's first level quick tempo. Page 72 core.
Yeah. So, Mark, there's not even first level. It's an ability given to every barbarian. The moment you add levels to it, it can be swapped out.
Yeah.
Because any feats that are leveled can be changed. This is a permanent addition to every barbarian.
Cool. Is that kind of like how sneak attack is for like every rogue?
And how attack of opportunity is for every fighter, and a few things like that.
Yep. That makes sense.
So it's amazing what happens when you read the rules.
Yeah.
Both. Do you say my way or will way?
It is May Rage.
Okay, right.
No, Scar has chosen True Rage at every opportunity. I'm guessing.
And just think, I can ask to roll for initiative in social combats, and he can choose to rage at that moment too.
Yeah.
Let's go see who gets through that door first. Roll for initiative.
Yes, this could be very bad for the party.
Oh, I think it's going to be fabulous. If the DM likes it, you know there's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Especially when I rage my rage instinct makes everything like hit with my sword fire. That makes it wonderful. Yeah.
No, it's when Martin agrees that you know that the party hasn't changed at all.
Well, that's fine. Like, he picked it up. I was thinking I only rage once a minute, then I would go, oh, you read the wording, it's a little bit different. So it's like, oh. So that's good. Anyway, back to so our elf girl's got the keys. Willie's second in charge.
Yeah. How long will it take to wander through town to get to the second house?
Depends on who's leading. If the person guiding you there is swift, then it's going to take maybe 1 to 2 hours with lots of stops in shadows and waiting for people to pass. Everyone being absolutely quiet while you're doing stuff.
No.
I thought it was going to take 1 to 2 hours because we lose her immediately and then we have to break up.
What Jeremy said.
Chuck's a Batman.
No, I was gonna say, Swiftsilver sneaks, jumps up onto the rooftops and runs to the house, leaving the party in the dust.
Okay, stop. Lead the way.
Okay. Survival option.
So is this where I say? Is this where I say roll initiative to see who notices?
Scar rages, 40 movement, boom, they off we go. Yeah, see that's gonna work. Yeah.
Why does this remind me of the scene out of Helsing?
There are many scenes that work well with this.
Oh, I was thinking of was it Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
I think that works better with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay,
So
so
as long as we direction from Lady Varnash, then we'll just go that direction.
you have been given directions and where to go. Willie already knows he's been there before.
Okay.
I would say Cordell already knows because, well, he's the one committing all the murders.
That's right.
why am I not surprised? He's the worst party ever. Never stress Sparky. It was the other way around. No one saw it. And Sparky saw it. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, if it was Sparky committing all the murders, no one would be surprised.
No. But see, what I did is I tried to hide that he was killing murders, and then he's done murders again, so therefore he's lost his hit. You know, we'll keep going on this. It's been going forever. I assume we all work over to the manor, so I'm gonna do a bit of a yeah. There we all jovially walk over there.
Is anybody a Magmar native in this time party?
Nope.
I think the answer to that is a resounding no.
The only person who could potentially be is Ross. Would Ross like to be a Magnamarian native or a Corvosan native?
What's the difference?
You're in Magnabar. You're not in Corvosa.
We shouted you drafted. We shouted you all home.
Do you want to be pompous or really pompous?
Okay, so you got either you got middle class or upper class.
No, it's more there are three kingdoms of Varisia: Riddleport, Magnamar, and Corvosa. Riddleport is the pirate kingdom. Magnamar is the non-Cheliax human kingdom, and Corvosa is the Cheliax human kingdom.
Yeah, I'll be from you.
In that case then, does Andre know anything about this particular manor house?
It's one of many. He doesn't pay attention to the masses.
Is that a society role?
Make it a society roll, yes.
Okay. Great. Can somebody roll me a d20 and add 10 to it, because that's my society skill?
The GM could do it and see how badly it rolls for him. Oh, 14. I didn't do too badly. It's 10 higher than I normally get for players.
Cool.
So if you need
24.
So yes, you have heard of the foxgloves. They were fairly prominent, always throwing wealth around, and more than happy to contribute their share of their wealth to the donations each year.
Okay. And does Harry and or Willie want to discuss their previous encounters or interactions with the Foxglove family around Sandpoint and the point is that the manhunt was on?
Actually, you know what? Because Priscilla's kind of just gone off. She's gonna because she knows not much about this person. She's probably gonna go do roguey things and find information about this person and what they did and who they were and how things went horribly, tragically. I mean, how they passed away so tragically.
Quick question for Jeremy while you're doing that. Where did Zarthrop come from again? Where is his home?
Hang on. I don't know what this looks like. I'm going to decide.
Something for you to think about while we're continuing. So, Em, you're off to go and do your social gathering. So, give me a society roll with your character going off trying to speak to the criminal elements of the Undercity.
Let me. I have a skill which is called Street Inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
You're subtle in your efforts to learn things you need to know. When gathering information, you can hide the true subject of your inquiry among topics of little interest without increasing the difficulty of the check or taking more time to gather information. Anyone trying to gather information to determine if someone else was asking around about this topic in question, you must exceed the deception DC or the normal DC to gather information about your inquiries, whichever is higher, or else they don't learn, or else they don't learn your efforts. So I'm not entirely sure how that works with this, which is what I was trying to aim for. Is that the society check still?
We shall see. Make a check, and we'll go from there.
Have you said anything to us, Em, before you went off to do this?
She had stated she had not.
Okay.
No, so Sissel got the keys, got told that we were learning or going to gather information about this person, or sorry, finally figure out what actually happened to this person. And Sissel, knowing nothing about this person, was like, well, I need to fix that.
Alright. Well, with River not being anywhere to be found,
That makes you leader.
amazingly, I go, alright. Follow me, men, and others. And I take them to the pub. And we sit down and we have some drinks.
Okay, you find one of the better pubs that have opened up. It's the chain that you had come from Cheliax.
Ooh. Nice.
It had opened up in Corvosa a couple of years ago, beforehand, and has moved here.
Mm-hmm.
It is a vampire-themed bar.
Oh, not this one.
Nice.
Okay.
You can hear the shuddering over the... And so yes, everything has blood connotations, like blood pudding, blood sandwich, and amusingly enough, it's a sandwich. But it's called a blood sandwich, or a blood pudding, or a blood wine.
We find a place to sit and drink.
You deliberately chose this slot, didn't you?
No.
Would my past have you choose this spot?
It seems appropriate. It's almost like the if I'm getting the moves percentage, but I understand how a listed mind might work.
See, it fits perfectly with the plan.
I request you sit outside if we can. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, outside, the seats are designed to be like you're sitting in a coffin that's slightly angled.
That's okay. I'm happy with that.
And the tables are designed like a round tombstone.
Yeah, that's fine.
I look at John and Fang and I say, look.
They're quite happy.
Are they quite happy? Okay.
Yep, because apparently the smell of this place isn't horrible.
Okay, if they're happy, I'm happy. I'm going to do that.
Unlike some of the places you ate at in Corvosa, this isn't serving people like Riddleport does.
Yeah, that was a bit dodgy, that one. Yeah. Back. Out of character, of course.
So yes, the waitress glides over to take your orders.
So I'll buy a round of drinks.
So blood wine for everyone.
Does everyone want blood wine?
Can I have blood beer? I'll go beer.
Beer.
Grave beer for him.
Grave beer. Ooh. Alright, I'll try a grave beer myself. That sounds alright.
Yep, I'll have one as well.
So,
I'll just go. Make it 2, please.
And what about your dogs? They want anything to drink?
I look at Fang and John. Would you like something to drink? Would you give them a look? And do I get any response?
They look eager. It's food.
Okay, make it 3.
Okay, so they bring out some gravy bowls for the dogs.
Love their work.
Yep.
What's it going to cost me?
Oh, they say it should, well, depending on what you order, everything you ordered so far comes up to about 5 silver.
Alright, I'll order some like finger food and stuff. Basically, so it comes up to about about a gold.
Okay, so the finger food actually looks like fingers.
Awesome. Hopefully it doesn't taste like fingers, but still.
Well, hey, you've never tasted cooked fingers, so you're not really sure.
Well,
It
that's
does taste like chicken.
That's not true. I've tried some weird stuff. We sit there and we enjoy ourselves until our leader gets back.
You are having the most enjoyable meal you've had in a long time. And for some of them, they're not eating this well in over a year.
I stick a couple of minutes to the dog puppies as well, so they eat your own butane, stick a few kind of under their fingers, as they call it, I'm sure.
If I have to.
Willie or Harry talk about their adventures in the Sandpoint or the haunted house?
I'll give Parry a bit of a nudge and
Harry can't remember a lot off the top of his head.
but Parry's really smart. He's a wizard, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a wizard.
You're a wizard, Parry.
He starts flexing his arm.
I'll do an intelligence check to see how much I remember.
All good.
Aside from becoming the buffiest wizard on there.
No, that's his next life.
Yeah, not natural 20.
Okay, so yes, you remember everything clearly. In excruciating detail.
I think Parry's saying he doesn't remember.
So you spend time, and Jeremy will give you the rough go over because he probably remembers most of it.
Not
Okay, so Alden.
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I'll do it because I can do it from memory. Alden Foxglove was a noble that you had agreed to take on a hunting expedition in Sandpoint, and then took off after making an arrangement with him to go fight some goblins in a forest before the goblins arrived, which meant the goblins didn't show up, so you waited around for goblins who weren't coming. And by the time you got back, the noble was missing, which caused a bit of a tiff in the party at the time. For those you who remember, that was the Friday early group, trying to do all the missions out of sequence, and not understanding that the world didn't wait for them. It's not, once you've been offered a quest, it's always there. The quests were time dependent.
Yep.
So, with that relevation, you'd skip forward a bit of time to find Alden Foxglove laid up in Magnamar after a serious boar injury, as Shalelu had taken him out on the hunting expedition to keep the party's word. Just that she's not as good a nurturing person as some of the party is, and thought, well, the only way to toughen him up is to let him actually fight something. And bleed a little.
Or a lot.
Turned out to be bleeding a lot. But she did get him alive to Magnamar, where they patched him up over a couple of months. He did have a mangled leg afterwards. And apparently that's what led him down the path of cultism. And next thing you knew, when you were investigating murders around Sandpoint, it led you to Foxglove Manor on the outskirts of the Sandpoint hinterlands, and it had been turned into a haunted lich house. And Alden Foxglove had been turned into a ghoul. It had made his leg better.
Yes.
But it didn't make the rest of him better.
And he also had a wife there that was a spirit?
No, that was his ancestor. His ancestor, basically, I think it was his parent or grandparent, had been turned into a semi-lich to bond with their house, which killed off the rest of the family members except for him. And you managed to cleanse the house of all its evil, which resulted in it falling off the edge of the cliff and plummeting into the ocean. But hey, it's not all bad. Now there's no haunted house on the edge of the bluff.
It's just in the city.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a haunted house anymore. It's not in the sea. It had collapsed completely. It hadn't actually fallen as one piece.
Okay.
So you got out of there safely before it completely destroyed itself.
Was there any evidence or information about the other Foxglove properties, i.e. here in Magnemar?
That is beyond what you guys had learnt until Miss Hindmarsh brought it up.
I could have, yeah, okay, I could have been wrong what the party discovered or not discovered, so...
They managed to successfully
Yeah.
avoid looking at a lot of things because it was causing haunt rolls.
Yep.
And there was the paw marks and pig marks in various hallways depending on when you walked into it.
Yep.
Just getting you ready for when you went into into Hollow Mountain. Just Hollow Mountain ramped it up a little bit. So yes, it really was a mess with your head sort of place. So you told everything to Lady Hindmarsh, and she had some of her agents dig in deeper to find out more information. And she'd spent more than 6 months trying to research what she could about the foxgloves and what they'd done. And she discovered that you had recovered a set of keys from Alden that included a property in Magnemar.
Right. Actually, not people.
Mm-hmm. And she also had other paperwork which you had recovered, which nothing led to how he got afflicted or what had happened, but she assumes the affliction happened in Magnemar because he was perfectly fine when he left here.
So we're going to talk about anything more chewing on our finger.
Luckily the finger's not moving, so...
Cool.
Though if you did have a necromancer in the party, that would be the time they could animate the dead, and you would have fun with your food attacking you.
That's true, but I had to say that just to make it like role-playing comment there. Okay. So we need to go to the place, check it out, see what's going on.
And try not to destroy anything publicly was also one of those notices, because you are Pathfinders. You are meant to be hidden, not meant to be in people's faces.
Okay. So don't bash down doors, just right away. Okay.
If you tell people, then they might find out these things stuff before you get there. That'd be bad.
Where's the elf girl? She's back on you. Look around.
Okay, so moving over to M. We're going to do your society roll to see if you can actually find anyone in your circles who knows the foxgloves.
31.
I'm going to make that a yes. Now we're moving over to you catching up with them. Them basically shocked that you're still alive. And find out that your apartment got ransacked almost a year ago and all your stuff sold.
Yes. The reason they're still alive, they're running, you know, some...
And all the people who made money off your stuff have long since spent it on vendors. So
Actually, she probably didn't keep too many important things there. You know, being rogue, literally, just would have been trinkets and stuff, so she just kind of shrugs and goes, alright.
But luckily you do have a chest in the Magnemar Lodge for stuff you want to keep out of the general public's grasp.
Yeah.
So besides that, that they are surprised that you're alive, and they do say you owe them some money. Do you remember that? It's been a while.
There you go.
She lies while smiling, saying, no, of course I don't owe you money. I would have paid you back ages ago. And hopefully the effects of telling a liar take effect, where their impression of me actually becomes better.
Okay, so I'll make that a deception roll.
Whoop. Deception. 25.
Okay. Okay, so it turns out she keeps pointing out to her ledger, pulling it out, going, no, here, see here, this is where you agreed to pay me back and have not. You have an initial it to say you paid me back.
I'll deal with it later, it's fine.
Don't tell me you're going to go disappear for another year again, and it does go up on a monthly thing as agreed.
Yeah, I hope not.
Well, hey, you borrowed money from me, and you said you'd pay me back in a week, and it's been close to a year and a half now.
Yeah, things happened.
It's not her fault.
No,
You're the one-
it's not your fault at all. No.
Yeah, you're the one who borrowed money.
But did I?
You're not sure you quite remember doing so, but it is your handwriting on there saying you had agreed to it.
Yeah, she's going to be pretty skeptical because knowing the guilds, people are probably pretty proficient at copying and handwriting.
Well, you recognise the contracts. It's one of those things that will come back and bite you if they activate it.
Oh, right, okay.
Magical world, thieves use contracts that are binding. As you realise it's actually been written with your own blood. And you can tell because you can always tell on those contracts.
Especially because like rolls her eyes and it's just like, alright, you know what, I promise by the end of this week I'll get it back to you.
You might ask the important question.
What's
What's
this?
the total?
No, you never asked that. You never asked that.
She's showing you the contract, the order. You might be because you put your account on it.
And hey, with some of these contracts, you can literally cost an arm and a leg if you don't pay it off.
Save my kidney.
Because you're such a successful adventurer now. You're pretty nothing.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
So, and she says, how may I increase how much you owe me now? What information would you like to buy?
This time.
This time. I would like to know about the foxgloves and the foxgloves matter that so tragically fell off the cliffside.
She says, sure, I can tell you that. She pulls out a pen and moves the contract more towards you and says, just sign on the line below saying you're willing to accept the next point of payment.
Before you start doing that, Ed, you might want to, I'm not certain, does your character know about the foxglove banner that fell off the cliff, or are you asking only about the foxglove estate within Magmar?
Yes.
Well, depending on what information I've gathered so far.
Most likely asking about the foxgloves in general.
I'll just ask you about the foxgloves in general. Okay, you're right. Then it would just be that then. Sorry, that was probably a little bit of metagaming there.
All good.
No, it's also the sort of thing that, not only does the character not let you know about one point of the cliff, but realistically, you can check about that, because that's what you have to the pin the column.
And that happened while you were in Hollow Mountain.
Oh, no, that happened while I was in Hollow Mountain. Yeah, so...
You pay me and not get what you want.
So Swizzle eyes over the contract again and takes a note of what she's actually promised already.
Well, you've actually promised 10% of your earnings in the time you have not paid it back.
Well, good luck with that because I had 0 earnings in the last year and a half, so there you go.
Well, technically, you did walk out with over 200 gold from the Pathfinder Lodge.
It's not earnings, right?
It does fall within
that's just, you survived money. That's not earnings.
The Pathfinder Society gave it to you. And these contracts are very much a stickler to how they do it. This is how you made a bit of money over time. Devils don't really bargain very well.
No.
How about a percentage of that 1,000 gold piece gem?
That was never given to that character, so it doesn't
True.
count as their earnings.
Ah, okay.
If it had been given to that character, then it would have been counted as part of their
Good to know.
earnings.
Good to know.
The Devils are rather specific in what they consider earnings.
Mm.
If that character gained a share, it would have gained a share.
Which is why she tends to not get shares and things. Yep, okay. So I do rough calculations and work out how much I owe. And sign the next dotted line, essentially.
Okay, and you see the percentage moves up to 20%.
Great.
Well, hey,
20% start from now,
no,
or is it backdated?
backdated.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I can pay to bring you off yet, so.
Yeah, hopefully it goes back. Yeah, probably not, but,
that's
you know.
Hey,
An elk dream.
once you pay it all off, then technically they can avoid the contract with the payment. As long as they're satisfied that you have in good faith done so.
Maybe you should have paid the 20 gold up front and then organised
Well, it wouldn't have been in good faith at that point.
No. I'm asking for information all after being away for forever.
Okay, so she opens up a couple of her books, and 40 gold is quite a lot in this setting. It's the equivalent of 400 in a D&D game.
yeah.
And as labourers earn silvers and coppers, it's a huge amount of money.
Okay, you're effectively in half-weighted food, the silver piece is equivalent to a gold piece in D&D.
Okay, so she starts going through a list of stuff, saying currently all the elder members of the Foxglove family have met with accidents. Not sanctioned accidents. And Alden Foxglove was someone who owed the guild lots of money for his various activities. He borrowed heavily to maintain his status of wealth. And was, simply put, a pompous idiot who didn't know what he was doing. He was playing the noble without actually having anything to back it. He had contracted some form of ghoulism before heading out to Sandpoint and committing many atrocities in the name of the Skinshaw Man, before a group of unknown people destroyed his family mansion, sending him plummeting into the sea to his final death. And she pauses for a moment there, saying she should send them a thank you if they're still alive. But hey, hard to tell. People like to keep their anonymity along these sort of lines. And
So I get a discount if I find out who they were, right?
she pauses and goes, she'll consider it in her tele.
Perfect, I'll find that information out.
And he has a I would say cousin, Aisha. I'm not exactly sure how she fits into the family tree. Aisha Foxglove, because hey, the Foxglove family tree is a board title.
Mm-hmm.
It has no real history beyond 100 years. And no one in the family has ever achieved anything beyond coming from money. They were said to have been quite lucky in a previous life. But that luck wasn't passed on to the descendants.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single one of them has served in any guilds or on any boards or in any actual workplace.
So as you said, they squandered their money essentially, hence borrowing quite heavily from the guild.
And she's actually quite surprised that their townhouse has not been confiscated by the Bank of Abadar for outstanding debts. I believe they owe the Bank of Abadar more than they owe us.
Interesting.
We have our limits on what we'll lend people. They did not. They just demanded more and more of the Foxglove land, with the mansion he signed away being the last thing.
So are they looking for this estranged cousin of the family or branch family? I'm not quite sure.
Whichever family she comes from, I'm sure that would be an interesting discussion.
Mm-hmm.
So being a foxglove is to pretend you have money.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, she's not really sure what makes a foxglove.
Fake it till you make it.
Well, they never make it, that's the problem. They just keep faking it.
And no one knows where this Aberdeen is.
Oh, the Eldon Foxglove, he is now dead.
The estranged cousin.
Aisha.
Oh, you're sorry, Aisha. Sorry.
Aisha is the cousin.
Aberdeen.
Abadar is the god.
And Abadar is the god of money, which you should know quite well because you owe a lot.
God of money, civilization, cities.
Yeah, along those lines.
Yeah.
But from a roach perspective, money is the important part.
Yeah.
They all dream of borrowing from his bank and not being caught doing so. And there is a person by the name of Justice Ironbriar who seems to be also in the shadows of Magnamar and has been inquiring into those who felled Foxglove Manor. And from what we gather, it has something to do with a monk that rain cannot fall on.
Interesting. A
And-
monk that rain does not fall on.
Yeah.
That is quite unusual.
Yes, divinations don't always tell you the names of things. And whoever divined, whoever found out that information couldn't find out anything more about the person.
They must have some very powerful protection on them then.
Well, they did end up with cat scratches.
Interesting.
And they won't talk about it
Who's got has
afterwards.
cats? I don't know. I'm not familiar with a cat god.
Well, they assume it's an Assyrian god of some sort, the desert people.
Makes sense.
So beware, the cat spirits may be influencing your find.
I will make sure I keep an eye out for any cat.
And there is also a group of, I would say murderers, but they all seem to take on other people's forms. Lately they took on this Sandpoint yokel by the name of Corda. Not really a big name in Magnamar, so not sure why they took on his form. But they didn't really look ahead enough to note he was currently being buried at the time they were committing murders in his name. So we know for sure that whoever's doing these murders is not worldly.
Are you thinking doppelganger or shapeshifter or...
Shapeshifter sounds about right. It could be a Rakshasa. Always be... you never expect to see a Rakshasa when a Rakshasa arrives. It's if you always expect one, you'll never see one.
Those thumbs, though, they kind of give it away.
Yes, but you have to see them.
True, that is true.
And
anyone has aggressively hands in pockets only or hands in coat.
and also remember that if you kill one, you've now made it your enemy. And they will come back and collect. And as you're an elf, they'll come back and collect it probably every year from the point you kill it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think they'll want to kill it.
Yes, by the time you've noticed it's got the hands backwards, you're the one who will have to kill it.
Yeah, true. Damn. Could just make friends with it, you know. Those little creatures come in handy sometimes.
Oh yes, I'm sure they come in handy, except for the fact that they'll murder you when you're least expecting it.
They know when you are sleeping. They know when you're awake.
So they're the sort of people that we will not make bargains with. Because they will never keep their end of the bargain. They are unable to hold up their end of the bargain, part of their fiendish nature. They will always seek to break it at your most inopportune time.
Yep.
That's a free bit of advice that I won't be charging you for.
Cheers, I appreciate that.
Well, I'm charging you enough for everything else, I might as well throw something in.
Throw me a bone. Almost literally.
Back off.
As soon as the word bone comes out, John's ears just pick up.
Sorry, toss me a coin. Almost.
A coin for the Witcher?
Exactly. Well, thank you for that information, and I assure you I will get your gold that I owe back to you by the end of this week, and this time not disappear, hopefully, in the dungeon for you.
Well, that's okay. She's now gotten her pound of flesh, so she will wait and see how much more it will compound. Eventually, she'll own everything.
Yeah, hopefully not. And really just stealth away in her usual pattern.
Before you leave, she says, make sure you use the keys to enter, otherwise, well, the contract won't be worth much. Noble with money, remember.
Just mean the keys to the Foxglove matter, or the keys to... Would I know what she's talking about?
Well, as you turn around, she's gone. I'm sure she meant something important with that last statement.
Alright, use keys. Noted.
Let's make it. Where was good to any these keys? What a lot before.
That's what barbarians for.
Surprisingly, she doesn't like using keys. She actually doesn't like breaking and entering in general. She likes to stay as far away as possible and then learn secrets, usually.
It's a barbarian lockpick.
Yeah, barbarian lockpick. Yeah, Scar lockpick.
No,
you wanna know how we got those
while we're having
sounds?
our beers and all that kind of stuff, all of a sudden Elf Girl turns out of nowhere. I give her a huge bear hug. Where have you been? We missed you.
You missed out on the fingers.
I tap my overly friendly orc on the shoulder and just go,
On the shoulder or on the back?
well, depending on where I get, well, I got picked up into a bear hug, so probably the shoulder.
Go get one.
I've been finding out that the cats are mischievous and things are not all as they seem.
What's Cat's mischievous? Is that right, Fang? I've got a Fang. And I see another Fang. And then I see another Fang. Yeah.
Yep. And sort of side-eyes Willie and just goes, you're lucky I can hold my tongue. People are very interested in you.
People are always interested in me. I'm
Not
very
the way
interesting.
You would like this time.
Really? Why is that?
Here is not the place to tell you.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You can ask in relation there if you really want to. I might for the answer.
I mean, Silver's probably used to it by now, so she just rolls with it.
Flash you from side to side as they're hoping to. So, oh, sorry. Oh, I'll put you down here. I tap you on the head as a good elf. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So we go visit the town now? Or do we drink ourselves till we pass out?
Big blood wine has enough body to it.
Is that a challenge? Is that enough? Are you going to challenge you for the drinking competition?
Why would I do that?
Oh, I look at everyone feeling like I'm looking at Willie. Is that a challenge? You going to challenge me? Come on. Drinking competition? Come on.
What? Aren't we heading off to do our jobs now?
Oh, okay. I thought we were still going to stay here till we get drunk. Okay.
Oh, no, we can do that. We can do that later. I've got no problems with that. I mean, I don't want to embarrass you in public by drinking you under the table.
Oh, let's what we do. We'll do the manner thing, and after that we have a challenge to finish off. Okay?
Then I embarrass you privately.
That's right.
Sounds fantastic. Let's get moving.
Just head up to the bathroom and you figure out what you're doing next.
I pick up the elf girl and run towards the manor. Yeah.
Don't worry, Scar. I'll hold your hair back as you vomit. It's all good.
Somehow, your elf friend slips out of your group. You don't know how. Somehow he always manages to slip out.
Oh, I don't know. Sassy about this bit, but yeah, I'll give it to you. I know I saw it. Yeah.
You probably, but you still wonder sometimes how she quite manages to do it quite so gracefully.
So, as we're walking along, I'll hit up River and say, so now that we're on the move, what are you talking about?
I was just with a very reliable informant, or broker, I should say, who I owe a lot of money to now.
That's bad.
It's a given. She was saying that people are trying to divine a person who is not touched by rain.
Okay, and you've seen that's me at any point in time?
Probably not paid enough attention to you.
As far as I'm aware, there's not been any rain that we've walked through that you would see that's occurred.
Yes, I have noted that you don't get dirty.
I do get dirty.
And you?
Probably on the ship, on the thing, always on the
No, there was no ship travel involved.
Oh, no, that's right. There was something
We really got the walk up between Nakamar and Sandpoint, and then whenever the car we can pick Nakamar. It might possibly haven't happened yet.
I just want to make sure you're not player knowledging it, because it's very easily done. I do it more often than I'd like, unfortunately.
There'd be a lot of conversations about cats and the way getting cars we're trying to do it. Potentially it has more knowledge involved.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard not to metagame, also because this character is literally built around information gathering, so it's kind of hard to what do I actually know versus what I should know versus what I know.
If it's easier, if it's easier, I'm happy to just say that it occurred on more than one occasion and it was noted by the party. Just makes life easier.
The other option, of course, is being an information gatherer. Hey, there's a fair chance that as soon as we got back to Nakamar and then went up to Sandpoint, that you probably did all you could to find out about the people you're travelling with.
Probably. Oh, probably.
So yeah, so it's 4 years old, really not being affected by rain.
Any rumor or any morsel of information would have been gathered if possible.
Yeah.
Either way.
Either way.
So,
Trying really hard not to go there.
so why do these people want to know about me? What is it about me that is interesting to them?
The usual, gods, money, and some sort of prophecy thing that's happening. I wasn't quite paying attention fully to that part. I just noted that they were trying to, use clairvoyance on you.
Okay.
GM will point out it was in relation to the destruction of Foxglove Manor.
Oh, that's right. But then again, sort of lies off her face, so, any excuse will do.
Okay. Is this something I should be worried about? Doesn't sound like it.
That's up to you whether you want to be worried about it. I just thought you would,
There are
you would like to know a little
circumstances.
bit of free information from your friendly neighborhood information gatherer.
There are circumstances which would make a normal person justifiably worried, and then there's, things just kind of happen. Which do you believe it is?
Bad people are trying to find him.
And you tell me that or not?
We owe some money.
Em,
Sorry, I missed what you said.
are you telling me that it's bad people want to find me?
Would sort of consider them bad people?
Well, anyone who your contact can't actually get the details of is probably someone who's as shifty as you are.
Hmm.
And that means competition, rival, so definitely bad person.
Yeah, it's not good that they're trying to find out who you are, which is partly why I'm telling you, because I don't want them to find out.
That's
I'm kind of not secretive. What's the
circumspect.
You're a
Forty.
spy.
You're on the
Yeah, that's my information, right?
And they can have it if they pay for it.
Yeah. That's my information to broker. That's my information to broker.
So, who are these people? What are their names and where are they?
I don't know who's doing the clairvoyance, but I found out through my acquaintance.
And your acquaintance name is, and I can find them at, and their description is.
No, I'm not going to tell you that.
If these
They're my acquaintance.
if these people are dangerous, then
Oh, she's
sure.
not dangerous. Well, she's dangerous, but
You know what's a she? You know what's a she? You have gender.
So again, if they're dangerous, then this is something I would like to know. Because in the
have you got 40 gold?
in the fullness of time, I might need to go and talk to them.
Have you got 40 gold to spare?
Not to spare, but I certainly have 40 gold.
Like, 20 of that will give you some information.
Such as?
Where you might be able to find them. In the future. Possibly. If they don't move.
So, a description, a name, and a location.
Well, a description and a location. I don't even know their name.
You certainly, you've got something that you call them. You don't just walk up to them and go, "Hey, shithead," or do you?
No, I generally go up and go, how much do I owe you? Or, hey, I want information. But, either one. whatever I fancy on the day.
Like you, they don't actually use names.
Yeah, and I don't ask, because that's never a good thing. This is why you know me as River, not Silver.
Let contracts transferable to next of kin or organisation.
They can be transferred through family, but normally descendants, not ancestors.
Yeah, I was just wondering if the contractor, not the contractee, if they die, if it actually goes to someone in the organisation. So isn't that what they owe the money to?
That's assuming you're capable of killing them.
Guard just shakes both of them saying, we're at the gate, what are we doing?
Also, M, do you mention the now my memory's not helping me much. The priest of Abadar, who's looking to have words with the people who let slip the house into the water, or the mansion into the water, into the seas. Or not.
Nah.
Okay. Cool.
She doesn't think that's important quite yet. To mention quite yet. We'll see how things go.
When it becomes important, obviously we're talking about that.
You really told you guys, right?
Just as a heads up, Em, my character actually has a holy symbol of Abadar.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you're aware. But I also have one of Pharasma. And I also have one
of Asmordigan, because you're wearing it on your face.
Yes, and I also have one of Asmordigan as well.
So he's a collector of holy items.
Only those who were given to me by a god.
He's the brand keeper, yeah.
And no self-sacrifice required in the making of those holy symbols.
Also, by the way, Zarlox is riding giant as still the phone when we get into the minute. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
So, I guess we get there.
It makes it less likely to get lost or defective and he's looking around and stuff is going to go through.
So does that mean you've tied him to the dog? Here, let me just make sure you don't fall off the saddle.
Make sure he is.
Yes, I got 16. Yeah. Would have done a. It's okay. I'm just making sure you don't fall off, kind of thing.
Okay, the Foxglove Townhouse is a 3-story dwelling amongst many other townhouses.
Can I do a scope just around the out, go full circle around it?
No.
Oh.
You know townhouses are built up against other townhouses?
Yeah, okay. So I can't go round to the back lane of it to see if they just to get that kind of thing.
You may not recognise which is the back of the house.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Okay.
Because there is no direct lane behind it.
What time is it?
Approaching midday. You can see by the clouds it's probably going to have rain sometime soon.
Nicely played.
Yeah. Nice.
So, before it starts raining, your friendly neighborhood elf again disappears for a few minutes. Scales the building, has a quick look around, and then
give me a reflex saving throw.
A reflex saving throw.
After he ends this.
Okay, so there's actually going to be a roll.
No, okay.
You did get warned.
Yeah.
Okay, you take 11 points of lightning damage as you touch the wall.
Ouch.
And there is a there is a boom that's heard quite a far distance away.
So this is like,
And then there's a you hear from the third story of the building a ting 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 ting. You think you've set off an alarm?
Certainly sounds it.
Way to go, Mrs. Stealthy.
Yeah, Rogie. Yeah.
Don't we have keys?
Sorry, I just love that. And I stealth away.
Could we
Boom! Ding, 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 ding,
could we
ding.
use the keys to get in if we've got them?
Keys.
Sort of gets out, begrudgingly gets out the keys and uses the keys.
Well, you know what it is.
And I hope that turns off the alarm when she uses, the keys.
As you put the key in the lock and turn it, unlocking the front door, the alarm stops.
Just sort of roll her eyes and goes, come on, you could have done a bit more than just use the keys. But anyway.
If we want some extra information, is it worth talking to the neighbours?
You can see people sticking their heads out of the door looking for the commotion.
I wave. Is it worth talking to the neighbours?
And Ross, you have gone too far from your computer again.
She forgot the keys.
Yes. So again, is it worth talking to the neighbours? Yes or no?
I think it would be.
Cool.
Okay. You go left, I'll go right, Phil. I'll go to the right house and just knock on the door.
Well,
Let's stay where I am.
start off looking forward. If the door's open.
Zathrop goes into the building.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I was saying. Zathrop goes into the building. It wasn't a question. And so we see the big orc move up to the next door and bang on the open door beside the person.
Oh, alright. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I do apologise. And in the best or possibly conversation, I'll say, hi, I'm Scar. We're just trying to find out about the residents next door.
The guy you're looking at, give me a society roll as you're looking at him.
It's not going to be good for Scar. Maybe Society 1. This will be fun. +2 is 3.
So definitely Friday the 13th is not good for your dice.
How do you have a society of +1?
He has forgotten about the fact he should have the Pathfinder Society thing that gives him his level to his skill.
Okay, so we go with 9. Okay, let's go in that direction. Okay, I totally forgot about that. See, yeah, apologies.
That's part of the reason I'll be looking at people's things over the break. And so, looking at him, you completely miss that he looks like one of the justice members of the town. Probably one of the presiding judges, who knows. As you've just woken him from a sleep.
Oh, so now he's angry. Okay.
And you seem to have dented his front door.
I did
But of course you never really noticed that part either. But hey,
okay.
he got his door made out of soft wood. Price, expensive, looks pretty, easy to bend and break.
Yeah, okay. I feel I'm getting the really look on it. I assume I'm getting the really look from the guy.
You haven't really noticed.
Okay.
Yeah. Problem is, even though he's standing on the step, you're still looking down at him.
Is he saying anything back or not yet?
He sort of has an open mouth and maybe a little slow.
It might be hard to hear.
Might not have understood what you said.
I'm just going to walk backwards out through whatever's there.
Are you sure about that? Remember remember Mark versus Scar. Scar's gone over there to ask questions.
Well, I'll try to ask again in the nicest way possible.
Okay, that will be a diplomacy roll, I believe. Or is this one has diplomacy, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
Yep.
Make it a diplomacy roll.
You sure it's difficult to do that first?
That's a 6 actually, because we did my skill. I think so. Okay. We've got 16. We get past the 10s.
So on a 16, he sort of he has that imperious sort of look down his nose at you, which does mean he has to tilt his head all the way back to do so.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine enough.
And he doesn't seem particularly happy with you at the moment, having he looks like he's in long black robes with some sort of fake wig on the top.
Look, I'm over this by now. Like after the second temple, this guy's got patience with it. I might. So I'm going to go, look, sorry, I'll get out of here, and just walk straight out. So I'm over this way now.
And as you're running away, he yells out, "Guards! Guards!"
Just a little kind of just drop in next to him and just be like, "No, it's okay, sir. Sorry for my overbearing companion there.
Look at the damage she's caused. That's going to set me back 50 gold.
He's very sorry. He doesn't know his strength.
You know, he's completely upscaled it. You could probably get it fixed for about 5 silvers.
You could probably do it for free. It's good that way.
I mean, at least, and she kind of pats him on the shoulder. She's like, at least he didn't, knock it off the hinges. And she's like, he has done that before. I think this damage you've gotten away with scot-free. And then she introduces herself as, who do I introduce myself as Silver Song. And she's just wondering, like, your neighbor, like she wants to know, what happened to them.
He doesn't know. They owe him money. They borrowed some a while ago and haven't paid it back.
Okay, have you seen them recently? I'll be happy to help try and get that back for you.
Last I saw them was about 6 months ago, he says. He said he was going to head down to Sandpoint and do an investment that was going to make him rich.
I see.
And he goes, "And what are you doing travelling with an obnoxious orc like that? I thought that would be below you."
No, he's actually really friendly and he's a great asset. He just sometimes gets a little bit eager.
He looks at you weirdly going, "Orc? Friendly? What world are you living on?"
You want drugs?
But she says it in like her most like sickly sweetest voice like possible, like almost babying this poor rich mook.
Okay, so I'm going to throw that in.
Hang on. If he's in range of me still, like this, I'm going to use my new skill, intimidating glaze, at this guy and just give him a look of like, just shut the fuck up. Is that alright?
You can.
Scar, she's pissed. Leave her.
No. This guy.
You know when she starts talking quietly, she's pissed.
No. You can don't worry about it. I'm not going to look at you.
She's just gonna make it worse.
Here's a
Just wait
shovel.
till she starts whispering.
No, this is demoralise the guy, so shut up.
So we're going to give Scar the golden shovel and see how he goes.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to back away from Scar because I'm going to expect somebody to be whispering at him.
A 23 in intimidation.
Okay, he doesn't seem very intimidated. He actually looks offended.
23, really?
Yes.
Oh, I bet you to see that, but I think what's it do?
It's dependent on the person's level.
Yeah.
So like looks at Scar, knows what he's doing, but sees it's not affecting this guy, and he's just like, look at the puppy dog eyes he's giving you. He's so sorry about your door.
He just looks at you and does the whole shove you away from his doorstep and walk in and slam the door.
Mission achieved, right? I got him to stop raging.
Yes, I was so close to raging, but that's so close. Anyway, but I'll... If I get in, so I don't walk past you, I'll just go muff it.
And so, which character went the other way? So I believe someone said they went the other way when you went one way.
I don't know if anyone want to check. Talk to them, so I know when doing it.
No, someone said they were going one way and you said you were going the other.
Like the other way. Was it Willie? Was it Willie that
Nope. Willie made the suggestion, and then people went off and did their thing. Willie stood by the door, waiting for...
Which means whoever went the other way obviously didn't end up talking with them. And so now you're back in front of the door. And you're now missing a dog and a Zathrop. And at this point, I'm going to call initiative.
Oh shit.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Hey, there's always good times to call it.
Initiative.
I will point out that Garthop did get off the dog before going into the front door.
But you still find the dog, so it's different. Did you want to
Did he stay behind the dog?
Well, I don't know. I could have done it really good. I don't know how, you know.
He does have daggers.
Okay, cool.
Well, no, but it's not just because of daggers. She's expert in, what it was going to be, thievery or acrobatics or things like that, stealth.
Okay, so...
Well, I know.
So that's why you would not do that if you tie into the dog, because you'll get off when you feel like it anyway.
Okay, so what are people's initiatives?
27.
I wouldn't have been able to use stealth for this because
You're not currently stealthing.
No. Well,
You're currently smoking.
yeah, I'm quietly not feeding at Scar. Is there a roll for when you're like angry?
You know, if you'd like to get completely angry, what's going to happen to you? You have been warned.
Yeah, I have been warned. Yeah.
So there's going to be a will saving throw.
Yeah.
Because she might go mad and kill everyone.
It wouldn't be the first time.
So what was yours, Mark?
20.
We'll save a 25.
Managed to keep you cool enough not to go evil.
Yeah.
What was Andre's initiative?
One was 30.
What was Silver's initiative?
27.
What was Zathrop's initiative?
21.
What was Parry's initiative?
32.
Okay.
That's good. The person raging goes last. That's a good idea.
And the question for Mark, are you raging?
I mean, you don't have to range with initiative.
Oh, if he's going to rage, he has to rage when he's rolling initiative before he actually finds out why initiative has been called.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. So,
He doesn't have to, but he has to choose if he's going to do the free one, because the free one only happens on the initiative roll.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't take it on the initiative roll, he has to spend actions to do so.
Yeah.
I'm not angry enough to rage right now, so that's okay. Came close.
Oh, you're not angry. You're on the verge of raging anyway.
Oh, it wasn't. If you call me another...
I have to do a check to not go crazy, and yet you don't have to go do a check not go crazy.
I put him up and down my system. It's all good.
And he's the whole. He's always angry.
That's right.
Okay, so with that, we are going to start with Parry. You realise the dog has no gnome on it. You are now gnomeless.
The dog has no gnome on it.
You are missing a gnome. And it has started to rain.
And it started to rain. When we're outside.
And you wonder why the alchemist went inside.
Yeah.
That's because the alchemist can rust.
I'll wander inside.
Okay. Wandering inside, you can see Zarthroth looking at what appears to be a intricate carving just inside the doorway, with a book out and busily scratching and writing stuff down.
Yep.
The place that you've walked into is quite a large foyer with many doors offered, including stairs up.
Yeah.
You have lots of choices at your disposal.
Interesting.
And it looks fairly well appointed. Even better than your place in Riddleport. Just doesn't have any pictures of you hanging around.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can add many in.
I definitely could. Took over the house.
And yes, you are slightly wet at this point, having the rain start falling on you. And moving over to Andre. Yes, the rain has started pouring down. You've just seen Parry walk in the door.
Okay. Well, I'll follow Parry in.
Yep, you're following him in. How fast can you move?
25. Yeah, 25.
Okay, so you end up spending 2 moves getting in because you were further away, having gone to talk with the judge next door, or at least convince Scar not to yell at him.
Yeah.
And yes, so as you step inside, you can see Zarthrop almost drooling over another sculpture.
I'm just so happy that the sculpture's too big for him to put in his backpack.
The indication that Starfox is a thief.
He's not a thief. He's he's a caretaker of lost property. Because since the owner can't take care of it, he will take care of his property.
Oh no, he doesn't take care of it. He returns everything to a museum where it should be for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah.
Whether or not they finish with it or not, that's where that belongs. And I'm sure there's a few people who fit in that category of antique.
So is this classed as an antique?
Yes. It is a piece of sculpture that from Thassilonian.
Okay.
Varisia is full of them.
Nice.
And people with money buy things like this and stick it in places.
It's a way of demonstrating your wealth.
Learning.
Yes.
Look, I'm cultured. I have bits of rock from old places.
Yeah.
What does it mean? I don't know.
Really expensive pieces of rock that I have no
So,
idea what
Saffron, is this would have been got legitimately, or
And at that point, we move over to Willie because we're still in initiative.
they mean. Oh, okay.
And yes, you see it raining on everyone around you.
Willie will drop into tiger stance and move into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Make note of Zathrop's interest, but effectively is looking around.
Mm-hmm.
That's my go.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
Ooh, that's pretty good. 31.
Okay, you do see peering between one of the doors a dark-haired woman.
Oh,
As that's the end of your turn.
so as a free action, I put my hand up to wave, and I got a smile on my face, and that's where I end.
Okay, Swiss Silver, you're getting wet.
Well, I'll let not stay wet. So, I missed. We'll just go into initiative. Sorry, just got.
You have no idea what caused you to go into initiative. It's just that initiative is whenever your sequence of events are important.
Yep. No, I wasn't sure if it was actually called out while we went in.
It was just called out.
Yeah.
You had an interaction with the neighbour.
Yep.
Garth had gone through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Someone didn't go to the other neighbour. And we before the work out who's doing what when.
Yep.
Especially with the rain coming down.
Mm.
And you notice a certain mark getting nowhere.
Bone dry.
Yes.
But then you decide, so it's not getting wet, come up here.
Well, Zathrop's not wet either, so Zathrop might be the other person.
The Susan will make her way inside.
Yep. Okay, so you enter, considering you're near the door anyway,
Yep.
as you have the keys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was on my way to walking back there, so yeah.
And inside you see Zathrop busily writing in his journal, with Andre looking on with that knowing look of how you're going to take this with you.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the Buffers Wizard known to man dripping all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Willie with that look of I'm about to beat something up and you're not sure why. As he's got his hand up in a defensive gesture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Susan will
You're still in tiger style.
And a big smile on his face.
The smile on his face. Okay. This weird, creepy smile on his face. Cool. Good to know.
Well, he's not weird and not creepy.
Do you notice the woman looking through the doorway?
No, because that was an action.
Right.
Well, my next action was going to be perception anyway, so hopefully I might notice.
Perceptify away.
Skeptify away. Wow, my dice actually rolled under a 10 for the first time in a while.
Just be quiet. Sorry, I'm just over. Yeah, no. Just come towards me. Yeah.
Sorry about that salt and wound now.
Yeah.
Um,
Just
I
alright.
would say
Yeah.
that, because that means, Mark, you will have to get over there.
It doesn't work like that, Jeremy. Sorry.
No, it just means he's getting 1 next time instead of 2. Non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20. Okay, so you do notice there's a shadow in one of the doorways.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to be coming from anyone here. As we move over to the next person to act, which is the shadow in the doorway.
Wait, don't I have 3 actions?
Let me see. You got in there. Well, okay,
I
you
have
probably.
move, perception, and then...
Okay, you should have another action. Yes. Because you were close to the door.
Yeah. And I've got like 40 feet of movement, so I'd be a bit worried if that took 2 movement to get through a door.
Okay, what are you doing?
Shutting the door behind you?
No, she's a stealth.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
She's gonna go hidey hides.
As I note down your stealth result.
I've noted down my stealth result of 30.
Okay, poof. As we move into the next one, that would be Andre, Willie, and Swiss Silver noticed a dark-haired woman come into the light to say, who are you and why have you invaded my house?
Hey, oh, you missed me. You missed me.
No, I have
No,
not.
no, they're back before us.
Oh, they're from. Oh, okay.
You rolled low, remember? It's still going in initiative. And says, explain yourself, at which point it's now Zarthrop up.
Zarthrop looked up a little bit confused because distracted with her. Really not? It's a work shit. Yes, go down. It's like, continue copying down the sculpture and not paying any further attention. And I was like, I've got to back away, so I'm pretty that he will, with flying sharks, he'll be uninvolved before being a target.
He'll happily be drawing stuff down while everyone else is in the middle of combat, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's like that good book.
Okay, that brings us to Scar, who's now currently standing in the rain by himself with a puppy. The cat has gone inside because it was raining.
Okay. First section, tell Puppy to follow, and then the next section, 30 feet into the house.
Mm-hmm. You find yourself cramped behind Andre and Willie and Poppy.
I'll just push through and going forward.
Okay, there's this hey coming from Zarthrop as there's this bang and a crash.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's locking the door. I have to come through. You know, what's going on? So,
As you see, there's splinters of something all over the floor.
what did you do, Zarthrop? I say, and that's it.
Okay, one of the other doors open, and you, Willie recognizes Aldern Foxglove standing there, saying, "Thieves, you have broken into my house. Get out! Guards! Guards!" And now we're up to Parry.
He will be delaying as he is putting Mia into our bed because she's woken up.
Which means we're under Andre.
So, Scar has broken the statue, has he?
Well, he's just pushed past everyone, and that's knocked the statue over. I'm sure it's only worth about 500 odd gold.
Yeah, so how much is that thing worth?
At a glance, you'd estimate easily 500 or more.
I honestly have no idea. Well, we actually got the keys, so...
But no one knocked.
I did next door, thank you.
So no one knocked here.
Oh, sorry, I thought I did see. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, I'll knock on the door.
Okay,
Sorry,
so...
but the door open, and our crazy gnomes who saw this statue and decided to draw it. Or decided to break it.
As a free action, he says, no, it was locked. And so what are you going to do with your other 2 actions after knocking on the door? As you are standing inside his parlour.
Well, I'll stand out of the public. Always at rules for it to barge through.
He has, and the door is still open.
Okay. Well, since there's no one else, always like, is the dog as the dog in the as Giant and Fang come in?
They have both come in.
Okay. I'll close the door then. Stop the weathering.
You can see puddles pooling at most people's feet.
Puzzles?
Puddles.
Oh, puddles. Ah.
You have dragged the water in.
Okay.
Not only have you invaded this guy's area, you've actually gotten it all damp. And broken stuff.
Way to make friends and influence people.
You know your superior at the Pharasma Church did warn you of days like this.
That's hilarious.
A downpour out of nowhere.
Oh no, you knew it was coming.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to be that quick.
You're on the coast. Anything on the coast can have sudden squalls very quickly. Especially in magic ley lines. And this is one of the major ley line points of the region.
Yep.
Action number 2 has been used up thinking.
Yeah, I'm currently stumped on something like this.
Action number 3 is looking puzzled. As we move on to Willie.
Okay. My last action was to have had my hand up looking at the young lady. I will wave at her and say greetings, and I'll look at the man, recognizing him to be Alden. And I say, Alden, greetings, I am Willie. I don't know if you remember me. And that's a lot of talking for 3 seconds, or whatever the hell it is, 6 seconds. So I'll call that my go.
Okay, so Swiss Silver, you are currently hidden, as far as you know.
As far as I know. As far as you're supposed to be aware, these people are supposed to be dead, right?
Well, hey, you know how some of these things are never reported correctly, and just because you die doesn't mean you stay dead? You've heard many reports of people coming back to life spontaneously because they've made some sort of agreement with a upper or lower power. It's hard to tell the difference between the two because they both screw you over.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's wondering how many deals this senior Foxglove has actually made in order to maintain his lifestyle. And come back from the dead, apparently.
Probably quite a few horrendous ones by the look of things, because he looks perfectly normal, which most people don't after coming back from the dead multiple times.
Yeah. The Switzerland is just going to observe, see what he says to my fellow party members. Given what I know is supposed to have happened to him, I want to see what he actually remembers. At what point does he sort of remember up to in events?
Okay, as you're sitting there in the wings, we will check to see if Parry wants to act if he's back.
He's not.
Okay, then he won't be acting. As the Aisha pulls out a weapon from behind the door and levels it towards the group, saying, out, villains, out. As her action. As we move over to Scar, you've had someone point a sword in your general direction.
Oh, you just say, well, so, and look, I look around and see that I've broken something. I go, look, my apologies. Can we just talk? And I don't show any sort of hostile actions.
Okay.
But yeah.
Did you try to do anything else?
No, look, I'm assuming that I'm in front of everyone at the moment. Is that right? Or between us and the NPCs? Or?
Well, you're sort of in a group where you shoved your way past.
Okay. But as I said, I won't show hostility. I'll show my hands up. Feel like we did kind of thing. Say, sorry about that. Can we talk?
Though you do notice that your hands really are quite big in comparison to their heads.
Yes, I'm not showing hostility yet. I'm trying to be a good barbarian. Okay.
Good barbarian.
Here, look, these hands can crush your skulls. I'm your friend. I'm really your friend. Yeah,
I haven't seen any aggression yet. All I've seen is the weapon come out. If they start aggressive, then
And you hear from the shadows, see, he really is just a giant teddy bear.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You see Alden go take a step over to what appears to be a pull cord hanging from the roof and starts pulling on it, and you hear the alarm going off again. Yes, ding, 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 coming from the upper floors. You believe he's just called the City Watch. Okay. So, back to Andre. How shall you smooth things over?
So these guys are supposed to be dead, correct?
You've been told one of them was dead. You weren't told about the other one. As M had glossed over that part.
And there's no way I'd be able to identify them, correct?
They are both wearing the livery of nobles. One of them has a locket around her neck with the same symbol that was on the key, and the other one has a signet ring with the same symbol on it.
Yeah.
Give me a society roll.
Okay, society. Because I was going to think of doing an undead war roll as well.
Well, they could be vampires and they could suck.
Yeah, that was a sucky roll. That's a 12.
That's a 12. Okay, so...
Unless I get bonuses from Pathfinder.
you only get it to untrained skills.
Oh, but the thing is, I'm trained in society.
In which case, you don't. Pathfinder doesn't give you bonuses to that. It only gives you to things you're not trained in. So what you remember of these people is they did have that they were known as friends of most charitable organizations.
Yeah, I remember that part.
And that if these really are the people, then the City Watch will side with them just because of who they appear to be, if it is not them really. Do you wish to do anything at this point? You've done that recall of knowledge. Or do you think you only have maybe 5 rounds before City Watch arrive? And they will not be signing with you.
Yep. I'll just put my hands up and going, being unthreatening. We were sent to find out, and we believe that we were supposed to be dead.
Okay, so that is your action. We're over to Willie.
Okay. Basically, fuck this. Willie takes a move to the guy and beats the shit out of him.
Okay, go for an attack.
I'm going to, I'm using,
You're already in Tiger style.
yeah, but I'm not using claws because I can't, even though it says under the tiger style, that it doesn't have to be lethal. Does it have to be lethal?
If it says it doesn't have to be lethal, then it doesn't have to be lethal.
So I can use a slashing bleed attack in a non-lethal manner.
If you cause bleed, then bleed will end up being lethal.
That's just weird.
So basically, you can knock someone out with a slashing attack, but if they take enough damage to and you don't stop the bleeding, they will die.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to do that because there's a really good chance I'm going to do a lot of bleed damage if this guy's who he appears to be. So I'm going to use just normal closed fist.
Okay.
But I'm going to Hadouken him. And I'll...
We're going to be doing the non-aggressive negotiation.
Apparently he went down the I'm a Jedi style.
If at some point we actually get a chance to talk to each other in real time, I'll be more than happy to explain to you why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I hit the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20. So a 37.
A 37, that means it's time to pull out the magic cards.
And a 34.
37 upgraded.
Yep, and a 34. So I walk over and... Hadouken!
We want the critical hit, not the critical fumble deck.
Yes.
You hit that hard, you just said, I'm sorry, please forgive us. Yeah.
Even though I'm going for, like non-lethal damage, I end up killing him.
Okay, bludgeoning attack. Okay, normal damage. Inhale the and you shatter his hand with your Hadouken.
I shatter his hand.
Yes.
Even with non-lethal.
Even with non-lethal.
I'm making friends and I'm influencing people.
Martin, this is just jumping offline. Mia's not back asleep yet. So.
I understand. I thought you'd let me know if we needed something. Looks like Buffer's wizard known to man is stunned.
So I'm going to do 14, 24 points of damage.
Yep.
And basically, I'm going to hit him again.
Okay.
So
that would be -4 to the roll, -8 to the roll. Because you've had 2 attacks. If you did the punch.
Yeah. But isn't that -2 for just for doing that?
For each attack that you had in that multi-attack, makes the next one -4 for each because your hands considered agile. Otherwise, it's a -5.
But for you, because you didn't do it at the same time, you didn't take a multi-attack penalty on the first of the 2 attacks, or the second of the 2 attacks. But you take both attacks on the 3rd.
Cool.
So to make the most out of your attacks, you sometimes do the single attack first and then the multi-attack second. So you're only taking a -5 or -4 on both those attacks, instead of a -8 on your next attack. But that means that your 2 attack is lower than it could be.
Alright. Okay. So I'm still doing non-lethal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a 24.
24, you still hit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Alright, as part of that, I'm going to be doing my Stunning Fist, and the DC for that is 20.
Okay. And that is a fort?
Yes.
Okay, where is his fort? He does not make it.
Stun 1 is how it works.
Yeah, it's always good to get on those effects. When you pile them up, they do help.
Yeah. Oh, and I do really shit damage. In that hit, I do 6. Right. That's really shit.
And he has just become bloodied.
Cool.
So you know you've just taken him to half his hit points.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about She. I thought you were saying he. Okay. Yeah.
Which then brings us to Swift Silver.
Are the alarms still going off?
They are going off.
Even with the broken hand?
Well, he activated it.
Ah, yeah. Yep.
You pull the cord, it starts going off. The equivalent of panic button.
Mm.
You don't keep hitting the panic button to turn it off.
Mm.
Though I have the key to power, so can I turn it off again?
Well, you're not sure if the external alarm works the same as the internal alarm.
Oh, right.
Most of these places, when the person inside panics, they require a city guard to turn it off.
Okay.
Or apologise to the city guard for accidentally setting it off again.
And pay a fine.
Yep. Either way, they pay a fine.
Mm.
User pays. But each time the guard shows up as if it's important.
Yep. So Silver's trying to think of a way that she can sweet talk this dude into thinking this is just a bad day, but given he's now got a broken hand,
And he won't be able to respond because he's just been monk punched.
and that too.
And he looks like he's doubling over from where he got punched. You did know that one of Willie's names was Junk Punch.
Oh, yeah. I jump punched him. This whole guy. That's hilarious. The guards turn up. He punched me in the balls.
But it was also a misunderstanding, sir.
It's misunderstanding.
He meant to hit you in the throat. So how is Swift Silver going to solve this problem? I'm just going to... While you're thinking about that, I'm going to duck to the top.
That's hilarious.
You haven't made it easy, that's for sure.
Just remember the second person there, guys.
Yeah, come on, Em. Fix this problem. Quickly.
I was going to fix the second problem, but you need to fix the trap thing. That's all I was thinking. Because I'm not good at traps, so I'm not this character.
Like in the sense that yes, you might be in the position of the key might not disarm it or deactivate the alarm, but you might be able to disable the alarm.
That's all.
Use your thief skills.
Because I'm going after the lady, so to immobilise her in a nice way without causing too much problems. No, I'm not going to bash on the door or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do some parkour to find where this alarm's ringing from, and
Well, there's not that pull down thing you use, so I'm going to use that as a guide.
So what does Silver wish to do? How will you solve this?
I was hoping whether I could work out how to turn the alarm off, because that should stop the guard from coming. Or would they come regardless at this point?
They're going to find out where the alarm was set off and show up there.
But if I stop it, would that stop them coming from directly here?
They would probably know which one it is. Most of the nobles have that when their alarm goes off, the local watch house is alerted that their house in particular alarm went off. It's how you steal from other places. You set off an alarm on one place on the other side of the guardhouse, and because they're busy dealing with that, they can't get to you if the alarm goes off where you are.
But if you did turn the alarm off, the fact that the alarm has gone off twice in the space of a couple of minutes might make it easier to justify, I've been having a bad time, but it's not working, or make it a little harder. One of the two.
Yeah. I was thinking if I could swing it like that, like disable it, and then just go like, oh no, like this alarm is broken and went off when we tried to get it into the house or whatever.
Well, you'd know that part of the alarm is sitting at the guardhouse, and no matter what you do here, that alarm will continue.
Oh, okay, right.
Until the guard person shows up and turns it off with their badge.
What, you can't use... She couldn't use her disable device?
Oh, it's basically they've got to use their magic. She can try to use the disabled device, but it's a magic thing.
That's what the DC would be
I
high.
think it would be like effective.
No, unless she can affect magical traps devices.
And that's...
Which you can
master?
after a level, after a certain ability.
Normally master level does that.
So have you
Yeah, I'm
got
pretty
master
sure
level
that's
there,
not.
M?
No, because Master is level 16.
Well, no, level 7 to you.
Are we level 7?
Yeah,
Level 7, yeah.
you'll be able to do level 7.
You're not that far off. You're one whole level off.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
It's not like I planned it.
But that would be usually master level. People might be other.
No, I'm pretty sure I double checked if I could take any master at level 6, and I don't think I could.
No, but I mean the fact that these 16 that usually you master level 56, but if it's a top one, you might be able to get away with it first.
Yeah, I doubt that though, because it's all noble. Anyway.
I would be comfortable with it.
Well, you do recognize that one of the presiding judges lives in the neighborhood, so they're definitely going to show up.
Yeah.
No fossil scar, by the way, just let you know.
Well, it's the old scar, you know, well, that we don't is high.
You didn't do that, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I just like this is looking like even less way that I can swing this in a positive way for us right now. Because we've attacked essentially the master of the house. Even if we don't know if he's real or not. The other lady who, as far as I'm aware, that's the person that they didn't know her whereabouts. And I'm thinking she might be the cause of the Foxglove family coming back to life, possibly.
Maybe it was just a simulacrum that you killed in the manor.
Are we...
I'm still waiting to see what M does in her split moment of indecision.
I'm actually at a complete loss to do.
Okay, Aisha says, "Stop attacking my cousin," and does a step and swing at Willie.
Stabs her cousin.
No.
Yeah. Oh, that's my cousin. He's mine to kill.
Was that a 1? Sorry, I can't see at the top of the dice. Oh no, it's 20. It's an actual 20.
So I've junk punched him, stood back up again, and she goes, hack!
So that is a 34.
It's not a critical.
Not a critical on a 34.
No.
What's your armor class?
26.
So she got close.
Oh yeah. Definitely hit me. Ah!
Must be out of power on that one. So she gets 20 points of slashing damage on you.
Ow!
So she actually did manage to do a fairly good bash.
Take a hit to the upper arm.
Oh. Okay, so now we're down to Zarthrop. Zarthrop has been looking in absolute horror at the sculpture scattered all over the floor, thanks to Scar knocking it over while pushing his way in.
I just did a use laugh at that one, by the way, just so you know. Okay.
So Jeremy, you're up.
And otherwise, apparently, we've been assaulted within the house. Is that the situation?
They figured out that the owners of the place are actually still alive, and you've just broken into their house.
Oh, we use the key to make it illegal.
Break and enter and assault.
And
apparently,
Willie started the combat with hitting Alden Foxglove
alright.
with a junk punch.
Yeah, not that I recognise them, so that's easy enough. And the alarm's gone off. It might be time to have a quick look through the rest of the house to see if there's any other things before we override.
Okay, so do you want to run up the stairs? It's the only avenue where you don't have one of the two members of the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I'll go upstairs then. I'll have to use stealth and go off the bed.
Okay.
14, 25 on top.
Okay, finding upstairs, you see that there is guest rooms and a table. Looks like a cozy little table to overlook the front of the building and the street outside.
Is it like a little pocket leeway that I can potentially drop things down below onto?
The window doesn't have a balcony, and the you can slide the windows open and shove things out. Yes.
No, I meant like at the top of the stairs.
Yep.
If we looking back down into the extra lobby type area, it's convenient in place to drop things rather than throw them. So sorry, so much effort.
Yeah, you could literally drop it on the combatants down below.
Yeah, okay. I will basically maneuver myself in a position ready to articulate if it becomes important.
Okay. Bringing us then to Scar. It looks like the gnome has run upstairs. No giggling involved this time, so we must be serious.
Must be. I looked at that lady trying to hurt my dear friend Willie.
Not trying to hurt. Did hurt your dear friend Willie.
How far away is she from me right now?
You could probably punch her quite easily.
I want to grapple her.
Okay. Give me a athletics roll.
Okay. 26.
Okay, you managed to grab her around the throat.
All I say now is, settle down, we want to talk. Okay? Has she still got the weapon in her hand?
She still has the weapon in her hand.
Can I somehow knock her away while I've got her grappled or not? Is arm attack?
I'm going to make that another athletics check.
Okay. Uh, 23.
Okay, you do manage to knock it out of her hands.
And I do say to her, please stop, we want to talk. And I just try. So, and can I move myself between Willie and her as well? So I've got to protect her a little bit.
Okay. You seem to be protecting Willie.
Nice one.
This is all without raging, by the way. Just put it out there. Okay.
And Alden Foxglove is just standing there, mouth open, tears pouring openly down out of his eyes, as he is currently stunned.
Okay. Help you out, Willie. There you go.
Is parry back. I'll take that as a no.
No, he's probably asleep. To be honest.
Okay.
He's also very tired. I've been very distracted with things that are happening tomorrow.
I can understand. Which brings us to... I can understand about that. We will be seeing you tomorrow. So we next have Andre. The lady of the house has been orc handled. You can see she's basically been lifted off her feet by her neck. And she definitely looks like a damsel in distress if, say, city guards walked in. This is definitely one of those situations where you basically failed in one of those ethics classes and you said it would never really happen in real life.
Yeah.
You really wish you paid more attention.
I'm using the line to judge maybe you do this, okay? That's what I'm going okay? That's the only thing I can think of that get out of this shit.
Unless, of course, you end up in front of said judge to explain yourself.
Yeah.
I've got a few other comments involved with that around judges, so I'll point it out. I've got nothing else in my head that kind of softens one up at the moment, so...
If I cast a heal and it's undead, they'll take damage, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. I am going to cast heal on
Well, you could just do an area burst, so you gave everyone a bonus. If you're going to cast a spell, you may as well give it to everyone.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll do an area burst with it.
Because then you're not, then if they do take damage from it, you haven't cast a harmful spell at them.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're undead or not, it could be determined you cast a harmful spell without saying what spell it was.
Yep, okay. I'll do that. I'll cast an area heal.
Okay, so what level? And remember, you have to have prepared at that level. Unlike D&D, you prepare every spell slot.
Yeah, but can't I just use? I could just basically use my heal.
You could use your heal font, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to plan on doing.
Okay. So yes, you do that, which would be a level 3 heal. So 3...
So 3 actions.
Well, 3 actions, but a level 3 spell. Heightened to level 3 automatically. So roll the healing dice.
Okay. That is 12.
Okay, so everyone recovers 12 hit points.
Yay! Cut on my arm. Slightly healed.
Including Alden and the lady.
The lady hasn't actually been harmed,
Okay.
but Alden does recover hit points. You see it start closing over. All the bruising turning into scarring.
Yeah. Monkey's not undead. Stop attacking him.
So it has a whole big blackened area from where the monk hit him. So it looks like a day's bruising has shown up.
But that mostly out of his closet, isn't it?
Yes, but his position means that his clothes are a bit askew at the moment. Okay, so that is Andre's turn. Now we're up to Willie.
I hit the guy again.
Okay.
I keep hitting him until he falls unconscious. That's my plan.
I'm going to give you advantage because he is currently stunned.
How does advantage work in this?
You get to roll twice and take the better of 2.
For both?
For both.
Bloody hell. Okay. Alright. So 32 and 28.
Okay, so that works.
Oh, hang on. You said I get to roll.
Yeah, for both, yes.
In which case, so it would have been 32 and 36.
Okay, so they're definitely both critical hits.
Both.
Yeah. Not card criticals, but critical hits.
3, 6, 12, 22, so 44 points.
Okay, he crumples down with his eyes rolled back. As you've managed to do quite a few painful looking jabs.
Does he actually look unconscious?
He looks unconscious.
Alright, so I guess my question really is, have I hit him in a way that I would expect that he would fall unconscious from said blows?
You have.
Okay, I look at him as he hits the ground. I roll him over so that he, assuming initiative, I roll him over so that he's lying there, and I look at him.
Okay. Then we're over to Swiss Silver. You've just seen Willie completely take out the noble of the house and roll him on his back, looking for something. Not suspicious whatsoever if the guards walk in.
No, not at all.
And
Yes.
do you have the first level road for Pathfinder?
No, I don't.
Okay. If you did, then you could have to do disabled masterwork that.
Yeah, no, I don't have Pathfinder. I took more social.
Yeah, that's cool.
Miss Social Engineering.
Social engineering skills. Can we move these guys upstairs while Swift Silver tries to concoct some sort of cover story to tell the guard when they get here?
You can see Zarthrop has beat you to it. He's already positioned at the top of the stairs, ready to drop any number of horrendous things on people below.
No Zarthrop. No.
and just think, whatever happens here, the Pathfinder Society will hold you completely responsible. All fees go onto your tab.
Exactly, because it's already not going great. Alright, let's get these guys upstairs, and make a great excuse for when the guards get here. And I will try and think of one in the next 5 minutes, because they're not going to be far away. And hope that we can send them on their way. And I take was it a brooch off,
Aisha?
Aisha, yeah.
A bit hard to get to because there's this big meaty orc hand around her throat, sort of holding it in place.
I'm Scar, can I have her for a minute, please, before we take her upstairs? And I need to get the badge off her, or the brooch off her.
Are we still in initiative order?
Technically, yes, because something bad's about to happen shortly.
Yeah, I'm like everybody upstairs, directing everyone upstairs, and then when I'm upstairs, that's when I'll grab the brooch actually. So yeah, I'm just everyone upstairs now, and she'll also start to move upstairs.
Okay, so as you do that, you see Aisha goes for a swift kick into Scar's neck. She's quite agile.
I was going to say, Jesus, that's some flexibility.
And she will hit. Oh, it would be more easy to reach, but she's one of those really agile sort of people. And so that would be an armor class 21. How does that associate with Scar?
I just go, yeah, nice try, lady. 23, man.
Okay, she goes again.
Why not?
And this time it ends up being a 21 again. So she is going pretty close.
Damn.
Still there.
And goes for a third one because, hey, why not?
Desperation.
And this time it is a whole... yeah, it looks more like a 16 on that one.
Nope.
And her clothes is all over the place at this stage, considering she's struggling greatly.
Again, not a good look.
And then there is a bang, bang, bang on the door.
Jeez, that was quick.
Well, the alarm has gone off previously. Even though you put the key in, they were coming.
Crap.
It turns off. You can turn off the alarm here, but you don't stop the alarm there. Okay, so that brings us to Southrup's go. Do you want to go to the window overlooking the front door, or do you want to wait at the stairs?
The mechanism of the turning off the alarm, I'm assuming that was downstairs, wasn't it? I suppose there's another part of that upstairs.
You can see that there are a pull cord in the hallway upstairs, so you could probably set the alarm off from every level.
Yeah,
So you broke up a bit there, Jeremy. You want to repeat?
Okay, to try and disable the alarm at this end, i.e. deactivate it, as much as can be done.
You can cut the rope that disables people from activating it.
Yeah, I'm talking about disabling the alarm that's going off. Obviously there's some noise going on, something causing noise in the house at the moment.
You'd have to keep going up.
Okay, I'm gonna head upstairs to look to deactivate the alarm.
Okay, you cross the hallway and take the other set of stairs going up because they're stairs either side of the hallway.
Okay.
And getting to the top floor, you see there is a hatch in the roof above that is 10 feet off the ground, and you can hear the ringing coming from there.
And no obvious won't let to get to the hatch.
You're sure it has a ladder on the other side of the hatch? You've seen these things before.
Yeah.
And normally they have some sort of poker around here to pull the door down.
Left. I will use activate temporary hand cantrip from my carbon flop to pull open the hatch.
Okay, the hatch pops open with a bang and the ladder just drops straight down.
Okay.
And the banging is quite loud now that you've opened the door.
Oh, ringing? Yep.
Yeah, because you expect it had some sort of noise dampening for the inside of the house.
Yeah, that's fair enough. If there's if the next one happens, I'll make maybe start heading up the ladder. If I do the next one, I'll head up the ladder.
Okay, we're now over to Scar. Does Scar remember his directions?
Did Silver say take him upstairs? Is that what you want to do?
Well, does Mark remember, or does Scar want to make her remember?
Mark remembers it. I just want to make sure that's all. I was hoping it was there. Okay, if I've heard that, I will first, as in one action, tell the pets to follow me upstairs. Then I will take lay 2 movements upstairs.
Okay. So, you're going to have to make an athletics roll to manhandle, or handle her up the stairs.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
As she's not making it easy for you. As she's now starting to croak out, help, I'm being assaulted.
Help, I'm being
34 upgraded.
Okay, so You basically see nails get pulled out as she's trying to grab onto things. Sound of her fingers breaking.
I didn't. I'm doing this not lethal, by the way. I'm trying
Well,
to
she's grabbing onto everything to stop being yanked up to the bedrooms.
He knows what to do with neighbors.
Look, don't get there, Jerry. You know,
Look, you just house assaulted these people.
I told her to shut up and she won't let us talk. She wouldn't do that. Don't talk to me, okay? I'm blaming the judge, okay? I'm going to the judge. This is just go back.
We're going to jail.
Now, you want to roll athletes roll for each move up?
No, after her hands break, she's not able to grab onto anything.
Oh, shit. I'm going to jail. Okay. I'm going to find an ogre that's going to make love to me as well. I can see this happening now.
Hey, you might be the big boy in jail.
No, that's at least more very fun anyway. Anyway, I'm hoping my guests to follow me upstairs. I find her just go inside it quickly. So.
No, it takes you your entire thing just to get up the stairs. She really did fight you.
Damn you, woman. Stop it. I'm trying to hurt you. You hurt yourself here, it's your fault. I was just going to grab her. I'll try to do non-violent too.
I can't believe you're blaming the victim. It's just so wrong.
Hey, I didn't rage. I didn't rage, so I'm trying to be as nice and barbarian as possible. It's very hard for us barbarians to be soft. This is going to go well next year, but anyway, see how it goes. I'm done hoping the pets of Fang and Joanna to follow me upstairs. Yeah.
So now we're on to Andre, and you know how you thought things couldn't get worse? Well, they have. The guards are here, and what's happened to the owners of the house as well.
Not a good look.
You know, if you don't open the door in a minute, they will be barging their way in, and things may get worse. So what do you do, Ross?
Where's the crazy gnome?
Upstairs.
Up 2 flights of stairs.
Okay, I'll open the door.
Okay, you see 5 heavily armed watchmen with what appears to be a captain of the guard, or sergeant of the guard at least, pointing weapons towards you, saying,
open the door, step back, hands up.
as they are ready to step into the room. Seeing Willie standing over the other guy.
Leaning over.
Standing, leaning. The broken statue on the ground, showing signs of struggle. Blood on the... Blood dragged along the side of the stairway going up. I did say she ripped her nails out. That is quite a bloody thing to do.
Yeah.
And someone's saying, it's all your fault with a deep orc voice going up the stairs.
I didn't say that loud. I'm going to put that out there, but it's definitely your fault, yes, yeah.
But you have to go over the voice of Streety Woman.
I told her nicely not to do anything. I can't see what the problem is here.
And going, and also adding, I only wanted to talk.
We're in so much trouble.
Oh, we are.
And at this point, would you really want to say that would be a good vision to leave the session on till next year?
Yeah, I'm on a character, just in case.
With so many things going wrong, it gives you 6 weeks to figure out how to get out of it.
I don't think
See, I worked out the first problem. If Em didn't try to go jumping around the place. Would have left after the first alarm. It might have had more time to knock him out. So, still. And if I hadn't talked to the judge and didn't realise he was outside at the time, which I thought he was still inside. But anyway, that's okay. It's
Oh,
all
so
good.
now you believe it's whistle. It's all perfect.
Oh yeah. But the problem is Scarlet likes Silver too much to not blame her right now. She's blaming the lady. So it was like, the girl and the judge. The judge is a real shit. Like, upset with the judge. I suppose I had
Went downhill when the monk decided to switch tactics from talking to punching.
And I will probably also throw in there the judge is probably standing with them, pointing.
That's them!
Yeah.
That big guy over there.
Get the orc!
Martin,
Yeah.
we could point out, like, if it was up to his next action, it's going to be going up the rope ladder, closing the rope ladder in, and closing the trap door.
How to enter a matter the wrong way. I think we've decided we've got the perfect one this time.
Well, hey, it was the perfect combat for the Friday the 13th.
Well, I'm sitting there going, if I rage, it's going to be good. And then I'm trying to do the right thing by just making sure she does it. And she gets all that struggles around her head. I accidentally rolled a 20, therefore she just pulled her hand. I tried to do the right thing. In my head, they all done to do the right thing, in my head. But I know I didn't do the right
There's
thing.
completely straight out of the floor in the whole party on trying to break in to a manor house in the high-class district of town at midday.
True. And maybe I shouldn't have talked to the judge in the first place, but hey, that's like, he was rude. Sorry, he was rude.
Yeah. You have to do what he's doing now.
He's like you in rage and ran straight back over and punched him. I was tempted to do that with the page.
Oh, that just would have been hilarious.
Oh no, that would have been.
He's there swinging at you now. Seriously, you spending the fault. Not him.
Oh. So we have 6 weeks to figure out how to survive that one.
Look, I'm going
This
to...
is not going well.
No.
And this will be a very interesting write-up by Swift Silver to the Pathfinder Society of her first job for the Lantern Lodge.
For the Lantern Lodge or the
Oh, sorry, the Grand Lodge.
The Grand Lodge, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But remember, don't mention the Pathfinder Society.
Yeah.
You know what we did.
No, that would be going back to the Stani and going, oh my god, these guys.
And then the Stani would be going, can we hire them to do that?
Nah. I've got the defense score on me to do it.
Yeah, house invasions.
Yeah.
The sad
Yeah,
is, Critical would probably say yes. Could you could.
I was so close to raging and running back over to the judge, by the way. I'm thinking, I should do that just because he's being a smart ass. But I thought, no. I'll do the right thing come inside, it got worse. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. Hey, you can still catch up. He's there for you now.
Yeah, with 5 other guards and captain next to him. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be good.
Yeah, so perfect time to race.
Hey, I'm sure it won't matter how many you get taken down by.
If they can't hit over,
If the alarm wasn't off, if I grapple her, okay, we'll be fine. Just all the alarms that they got. It's like, I'm thinking, should I disable the alarm? Should I go after the lady?
that's
She-
right.
Yeah. And it's like,
We'll bring the alarm off in a moment, you'll be fine.
yeah, okay, sure. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to put on my name credits so that we can chat.
Yeah, we go. Okay.
4 scar.